I probably don't because I just now went live for the first time and I didn't even tell any of my friends or anything that I was doing this because I didn't even know when I'd be doing this. For me to like do this kind of thing, I can't really schedule it. That's not how my life works right now. I am putting you in a tripod so that I can carry you around, set you down, and cook and everything. So I had this idea to hopefully every night. This would be fun to do every night, but we'll see. But every day is this kind of struggle of like, what are we gonna have for dinner? And so far, my idea tonight is tuna melts, which my husband was like, okay, I guess. And I'm not 100% certain that was enthusiastic. And so when I'm not feeling sure about something, unless I'm like, oh, I really want tuna melts, then I try to come up with 3 options. So currently I only have tuna melts. I want to check what's in the freezer and see what other possibilities I can come up with. Hang on, I have to find my shoes. Okay. So we have like a small freezer in here, and it used to be stuffed to the brim, and that was driving me bananas because everything would fall out. So now we only have a few things in it. So this is mainly convenience foods, although, okay, just bear with me. Chili. Okay, freezer chili is an option. Not one that I am really feeling, though. I want to see what's in our big freezer in the garage. Okay. Our garage is kind of stuffed with things, and everything is everywhere. All right, let me set this up so I can actually. What's here? You are sitting on top of, I'm going to show you. You are sitting on top of a keyboard. It should be fine. All right, let's see. All right. This fish has been in our freezer for like forever. Put it more visible. Duck legs. I was really excited about that, but that's more my husband's thing. This is a possibility. This is getting old, so I might need to use that up. I might just put that in the other freezer so it's on our radar more. Clam chowder base. That's not something I eat, but it has some relaxing. Okay, so if we did this, do we have a pepper in the fridge? Because if we have a pepper, I might have used it on the spaghetti sauce though. Yeah, so we have hamburger buns, au jus, we have cheese. I just want to see if we have any veggies, and we could have French dip sandwiches. That might be fun. Yeah, that's just actually making my mouth water. Okay, French dip sandwiches with some frozen peas. French dip sandwiches. We already ate our dessert. We all ate ice cream. Okay. All right. Let's take this all back to the house. Figuring out how to carry everything. you there for now. Hey babes, it's working! Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so what do you think? Well, actually, no, I need to check the fridge one more time before I suggest anything. Hang on, I'm still learning how to use this tripod. Okay. So, babe, I was thinking French dip, but veggies. Okay, we have a tomato. Let me make sure it's still good. I used the peppers in the spaghetti sauce. Yay, looking good on your end. That makes me happy. Okay, great. It's good to know the audio is good. Oh. Okay, so this tomato, I would say it looks pretty good. But then, like, right there on the stem has like this white fuzzy mold on it, but just the stem, not like the actual tomato. There's no peppers left. But like, okay, hang on. I'm gonna take the stem off of this tomato. Let me just set you down here. Okay, because, okay, look. Do we have good lighting? Is the lighting okay? Seems like it's a little hard to see. Okay, my camera's over here. There it is. As long as it's not on the fruit. Okay, let me pull the stem off. I'm gonna toss it. Okay, this is what it looks like. Yeah, it's very surface area, so I'm gonna wash this off. One spot on the fruit will ruin the whole tomato. So there's no mold on the fruit. There is this one spot here that to me doesn't look too bad. If it's green pepper, you can cut around it. To me, like, okay, tomatoes, if it like has a black spot on it, then usually the rest of it is bad, but this, yeah, I'm gonna turn on another light. Hang on. There we go, that's better. Okay, this, I think is okay. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, no peppers, but we have tomato. Should like, well, I don't know. Let's see, we have tomato, we have, I don't want to put broccoli on. Wait a minute, okay, hang on. I was thinking that I wanted to do French dip, but, babe, you're saying this beef was gonna go bad, right? What if, okay, if the beef is gonna go bad, if we don't use it, is today the last day for this? Use or freeze by 3:20. Today is 3:20. Okay. What if we cooked up this beef and mixed it in with the au jus so we could use like the gravy and everything? So like would we like fry and season this and then like add it to the au jus? What do you think of that? Cause like we have this already. It's I put a date on it, 3/21/24, because that's when I put it in the freezer. Hey Das, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I this was my only clean laundry, so I just put it on and yeah. How are you doing? Okay, so we use this up. We add it to this for flavor, and then I'm gonna cut up this tomato. I'm gonna put it in the frying pan that I used with this to get this all like juicy and yummy. And then I was thinking frozen peas, but actually, do we still have green beans in the fridge? Because we might need to use that up. Sorry guys, if I missed your chat, it like shows up and then it disappears. This is my first time streaming on YouTube, so I will try to catch them as they show up, but if I'm like distracted in the moment, then I'm not quite sure how to go back. Oh, you're doing fine. Great. Glad to hear it. Okay, we have lettuce, broccoli. Wow, we have 3 different types of lettuce. That's kind of embarrassing, actually. Lettuce, broccoli. So, as far as I can tell, we use up the green beans. Oh, 4 different types of lettuce. Okay, this is sad lettuce. For the chickens. Let me see. Hang on. Welcome to how I do dinner. Are the chickens in bed yet? Okay, the chickens are still up, and they're kind of hoping for a treat. It's a little bit late, but I want to get this lettuce out of my fridge. Sometimes it's kind of fun to give them a late night treat, so let's just do this real quick. Hey, ladies. Okay. I'm trying to like juggle everything right now. A woman that cooks, not many women cook these days. Yeah, actually I cook and my husband cooks too. We have some dietary restrictions and that kind of resulted in us learning how to cook. And it has not been easy, but we've been at it for, I want to say a good like, at least 8 or 9 years. Hey X, good to see you. So, yeah, happy chickens. I gathered eggs yesterday, but not today, so let me do that real quick too. So yeah, initially, like the first few days of us cooking, we're just like, how do we even do this? How do we eat? And made a lot of mistakes. I think one of my classics, oh wait, you guys have to see this. Okay, let me see if I can get this camera in here. Look at those beautiful eggs that were laid since yesterday. So these two are fake speckled eggs, and they help with keeping the hens laying in the same spot. But these 3 beauties, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put these in the lettuce container. So I did not bring an egg container out. So yes, our initial days of, well yeah, eggs are 75 cents each, but this whole coop and run thing is expensive. So yeah, it's not cheaper to keep chickens, unfortunately, but we enjoy it, so we still do it for the hobby. Okay, I am all over the place right now, so I'm gonna set those down there, and I'm gonna see if I can kind of set you guys in a spot so I don't have to keep carrying this around. The first thing that my husband and I made, couldn't even really call it cooking, called it empty cupboard mash. I called it that because it was mash and it was made because the cupboards were bare. And it was it was refried beans, canned chicken, and something else that I can't even remember. It's 3 ingredients that were all canned. And we ate it for like 3 weeks straight. And we got so sick of it that we could never eat it again. So we were like, okay, cool, something we can eat. Like we just started from nothing. It was pretty funny. So now we have a pretty significant repertoire of cooking that we enjoy, and we actually enjoy it so much that when we do manage to get to a restaurant, we're kind of picky. Sometimes we're like, we could make better food at home. Why don't we just do that? So it's almost kind of embarrassing for me to admit because I try not to be a super picky person, but that's how it is. We have honed our skills. Oh, my phone alarm is going off. I'm so sorry. Stop. That's for my kids' medication. Okay, eggs are put away. The lettuce is out. We have these frozen peas that I'm going to add. I'll stick them in the freezer for now. Okay. So. Thank you, X. Hey, Ying, good to see you. How are you doing? I'm going to fry up this, and I'm going to mix it with this, and I'm going to chop up some tomato, and we're going to make French dip with hamburger buns and cheese, and the beef with the juices and tomato, and some frozen peas too as a side. So I'm excited. Okay, next question is, do we have a clean frying pan? Welcome to how we do things in our house. We do not. At least not the frying pan I want. I like the stainless steel ones. Hey babe, if you're watching, were we gonna get rid of these? Because they are supposed to be nonstick and they're not really nonstick anymore? Okay. While he's answering that, I'm just gonna wash the pan that I want, and I'm gonna bring you guys closer because the cooking is the fun part. Granite stone. This one. This is just destroy it. Just put it in the trash on live stream. Here we go. Okay, this is Caraway brand. I don't know if you can see it. I love Caraway for some things. Frying pans is not one of those things. They are great for bakeware, but it's a nonstick brand, and I don't know how much of it was our fault for destroying it and how much of it is the pan's fault. But regardless, the pan is sad, and it is now getting a proper burial in the trash. Okay, apologies if this is weird noises. It's the tripod being deployed. Granite stone pan, thus far it's okay. All right, how long have you had it? So granite stone, I assume, is that a nonstick type of pan? So far, my two favorites are, I really like stainless steel, and the Made In brand has this really, really nice stainless steel. Ah, there it is. Okay. And then I really like the blue carbon steel when I can get it to be all nice and seasoned and everything, but I haven't done that lately. One of the many nonstick pans. Yeah, I like stainless steel because I can turn the heat all the way up. I don't have to worry about it, and I can be like rough with it. I can throw it in the sink. I can, if something gets stuck on it, which rarely happens, something gets stuck on it, I can just take steel wool to it and just, you know, and I don't have to think about it with the nonstick pans. It's like, can this one go in the dishwasher? And it's like, oh, you're not supposed to, and then you do it anyway because you're overwhelmed and you just need to throw everything in there. And I'm like, well, my husband's been putting it through the dishwasher, so if it can't go through the dishwasher, then like something's wrong. Okay, so the pan that I want is at the very bottom there. I'm sorry if I spoiled anyone's dinner by looking at those dirty dishes. That I should have thought of that. This might be a little loud while the dishes clink, but it shouldn't take too long because, again, this is why I like stainless steel. You soak it a little bit and the stuff comes right off. Look how fast it is to wash this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chat's happening and I'm like very distracted. I'm hungry. Kitchen is way worse. Yeah. It's good to see X. Okay, I'm glad I didn't spoil your dinner. Yeah, so when we first got our stainless steel cookware, it was like, okay, we're gonna be really careful with these, right? And that lasted like not very long at all. We tried to be careful, but I don't know if it's just because we have young kids or just like personality-wise, but being careful with kitchen items is not currently a thing that happens in our house. So it's more like prioritize the ones that can take the abuse. Because I've tried the let's be delicate, and like we have like wooden items, and I'm trying to teach my husband that wooden items should not go through the dishwasher. And you know, now I'm just kind of like, okay, well maybe we'll use these until they're ready to toss, and then maybe we just won't buy wooden items to replace them with. Whoa, spilling water everywhere. We moved into this house like 3 months ago now, I think. I feel like I'm still adjusting to like all the nuances, like how close the sink is to the floor, to the, the edge of the counter and all of that. Just all those random little things that you get used to in a house. Okay. I'll be right back. Just grabbing a paper towel. If I can find one. One of these days I will get these paper towels on the holder again. So I won't have to, chase it down every time, but we'll see. I kind of want to clear off this stove. I might want to use this lid. No. Okay. Oh. Exactly. Just as fast as a non-stick pan. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you do have to soak it for a minute or two, but, like, usually, to me, usually it's not even, 5 minutes. So, I'm like, may as well. But, for baking, like with a frying pan, you're scraping it and stuff, and so you need to make sure to use a spatula that's compatible and everything if it's non-stick. But for baking, you're not scraping it as much. You just put stuff in and bake it. So I feel like Caraway, at least, seems to hold up well to baking. As bright, that's as bright as the light goes. Yeah, eggs can be hard to get off for sure. Alright, so I want all this last bits of water to evaporate before I put oil in the pan for obvious reasons. If anyone's never done it before, there will be explosions. Alright, I've got this. So I'm going to fry that first. How am I going to do this? Fry this up with maybe oil and salt and pepper. Let's see, I tend to put Italian seasonings in this. Let me get Italian spices for that. I just kind of want to take you guys everywhere with me. Okay, so this is our spices cupboard. Why did he put sushi ginger? I mean, I guess that's a spice. Okay. Italian herb mix. I love Penzeys. I don't know where you guys get your spices. Penzeys is one that I really like. Usually when you get your seasonings from a store shelf, then it's already been on the shelf for a few years. And Penzeys rotates their spices out I think it's every 6 months. So you're getting something really fresh, and I'm addicted to how much better every seasoning is from them. So this is just an Italian herb mix. I used to be kind of against mixes. I was like, I'm going to make the perfect balance myself. And then I started to learn that professionals are a little bit better at mixing spices than I am. So I mainly want to do this one. Do I have any rosemary? I need to start another. Okay, I almost lied. I was going to say I need to start another rosemary plant. The problem is I have attempted rosemary twice so far this year, and it has died both times. I will probably attempt it a third time. Yes, Penzeys spices is great. Okay, so I like to add a little more rosemary. This is dry, starting to get warm. I could do olive oil, avocado oil. I don't want to do coconut, that flavor is not right, but the avocado oil was an accident. Lynn got it once accidentally, but I've really enjoyed it. Mild buttery flavor. Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. I think olive oil would kind of overpower this one. I love olive oil and spaghetti sauce. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Let's see. Yes, the bottle is very pretty. Okay. There we go. I'm getting used to this new tripod. It has various adjusting options. Okay. Starting to get warm. I'm gonna do this, that. What if I could, or if I should? No, if I add the tomatoes to that, that's gonna make it too juicy. Okay, I also need to heat up this. Let's do this. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Das. This is my first one. So I had this idea. I was like, okay, everyone. I totally forgot this was still frozen. I'm so sorry. I gotta microwave this first because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to get it out of here. Everyone, at least everyone in my circles, like it's kind of a universal thing that every evening you're kind of, especially if you have kids, you're kind of going like, wait, what am I gonna have for dinner? Even if you don't have kids, you know, and you're just suddenly going, whoa. Oh. I forgot that I made oatmeal this morning. I guess it's done. Oops. Okay. Yes, there's a lot of welcome to my life on this stream. So yeah, everyone goes, wait a minute, what's for dinner? What am I gonna do for dinner? And it's like you open the fridge and you're like, oh, none of that looks good. I don't know. What am I gonna have for dinner? And so, you know, I was like, this would be fun to do a stream on, because not only is it a cooking stream, but it's like you can chat about what are you guys having for dinner. There have been times I heat this up all the way, but I actually don't want to do that. I want to finish heating it up in here because I want to add more seasonings, like to put my own spin on it, and butter. I like adding butter to it, and I want it to have more juices in it so I can add this. So usually it's high for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try like 2 minutes. Just to get it enough that I can literally like get it out of there. Okay. That's getting hot. I need a spatula thingy. Oh, where is my favorite spatula? Oh, it's dirty. Of course it is. We have other spatulas, but you know, I have a favorite. My favorite because it's our only nylon spatula. We have silicone ones, they're thicker, and we have a wooden one. One wooden one. That's not that great. This is my favorite. Okay. And the peas I will do after this gets going. I should wash my hands real quick. You know, I have this ideal in my head that at some point I will have hand soap by my kitchen sink in addition to dish soap so that I'm not washing my hands with dish soap every time, but that day is not today. I just discovered where I put down the granola bar, or not granola bar, the, I don't know, power bar thing that I was going to eat earlier instead of lunch. And then I couldn't find it. I just found it. Yay, me. Alright. Good job, microwave. This is going to sizzle. I want to kind of get this all in as quickly as possible so I can get that salt on there. And that burner is way too hot, so I'm turning it down. This is is actually my first time using this cut of meat. My husband does it all the time with stir fry. So I'm winging it here. Just washing my hands again real quick because I don't want to get my seasoning stuff contaminated. Sorry, I'm blocking the shot. Not well planned out. Alright. Salt. I love using our salt grinder. I never planned to get a salt grinder. It was a pepper grinder that I wanted, but they came as a set. And then I found out that when you grind salt, that it actually tastes different. It affects the flavor. And so I've been doing it ever since. Ooh, that's nice. You see that, like, that really brown one there? That's going to be a good flavor. My cooking skills are not yet to like everything being browned like that, but someday I'm working on it. Alright, make sure my hands are all the way dry. This is that Italian herb mix. All the little disposably pre-filled salt grinders. I don't have any experience with that. Pre-filled salt grinders. So they're disposable, like you do a little bit of grinding. How does that work? Okay, here's a little tip. You have a dried herb and you do this first. It kind of like, it brings so much more of the flavor out. And then you sprinkle it. Just, I don't know like a ton about cooking, but that tip has really brought out a lot of flavor for me. Okay, and then, oh, I can't wait to have fresh rosemary again. Alright, I'm not going to add this because you see how big these rosemary things are? If I add these, they're going to be tough. There's not enough time for them to like, kind of like get all soft, so I'm not going to do that. I just need to get another fresh rosemary plant. Yes, yes, my friend, I know. Okay, based on the smell, this is getting, oh yes, nicely browned. Woohoo! Alright, okay. Okay, nicely browned in some areas, not so much in others. I'll take it though. Okay, is this, great, it's usable. I don't have raw meat on my hands, okay. It feels like such a cheat sometimes to mix like commercially seasoned things with like home cooking, but when it works, whatever works. That's what we do sometimes with like a frozen pizza, is you put your own toppings on it and then it's really delicious. Okay, so that burner's still off. Got all these juices. Okay, good, you guys can see. I very nearly poured that out of the pan. I don't know if you saw that, but I made it. Okay. So you see all of that stuff? That's good flavoring stuff in there. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water to make sure we get it all. So water's going to like evaporate out of this anyway. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick it back in the microwave so it gets all melty and we get the last bits out for that. Let's see. Let's do 40 seconds. It's probably way too long. Oh well. Worst case scenario gets thrown away. So this burner can now... What is that? This burner can now turn on. That heat's now way too low, but that's fine. Turn that back up. That. to not burn myself on live stream. Okay, so here's what we've got now. Trying to like soak this off of here. Look at that. We got ourselves some more juices. Oh, I can't even really show you. Hang on. Yes, it is hot. There. See? We got more juices. We always use all the juices in au jus, and so it's like every little bit is precious. One of these days, I would love to make like really incredible like homemade au jus broth. Someday. Today, this is relatively easy dinner. Relatively. Okay, so that is still mostly frozen. Let's turn that up. This is not cooking fast enough. It was too hot, so then I turned it down, and now it's too cold. And I am still getting used to this stove. So, yeah. We'll see. It'll be edible. Like, that's what I keep telling myself. In the end, if it's edible, that's good enough. So usually I put kind of a lot of seasonings on this because I kind of wanted to toast them a bit before adding it to here. So I kind of over-seasoned this a little because I knew putting it in here would kind of, those seasonings would go into the broth. It's smelling good though. Okay, I think I'm done with these for now. Up here. What's this? That's this. Okay, so we want the frozen peas. I'm also going to want to be able to toast the buns and chop up the tomatoes. Okay. This is one of my favorite pans. It is they call it a butter warmer. It's this tiny little pan. Like, my hands are small and it's so little. But it's perfect for like heating up frozen peas. So I like it because it's cute and functional and it's easy to wash. Why am I looking in the refrigerator for frozen peas? I caught a little bit of that, but not all of the chat before it disappeared on me. Someone coming over for dinner? Burger King Whopper and fries. Nice. Hey Max, good to see you. Alright, come on over. I spilled these all over, but that's fine. Oh. Okay. We're almost there, actually, with this. I'm loving how the pan is getting this like brown stuff from the Maillard reaction, I think it is. But I don't want that to turn black. Because that would be overdoing it, and it doesn't actually taste good after it turns black. So I'm turning that down. Where did my river? Oh, there you go. I have not had fast food since I was a teenager because of dietary restrictions. So I kind of have an idea of what it tastes like because I had it like when I was a teenager, like younger teens. So I still remember what places like Burger King and stuff tasted like, at least back then. And I can put the pieces together with like in my mind from the smell. Sometimes I'm craving that, but then again, like, can't beat this. Okay, I've got my frozen peas. This is probably too much. One time in my life, I made the most amazing frozen peas ever, and I've been chasing that ever since. So I remember roughly what I did, but I got the proportions all wrong. Again, if it's edible, we start with that. So a bit of water in it. I don't want to like submerge them completely because those that aren't submerged will just steam. Usually I'm not using 3 burners at once, so we'll see if I can keep this straight. But when I did it, it was like very specific of you add the salt towards the end, because if you add it towards the beginning, then apparently it will somehow like dehydrate it a bit. So pepper and sugar. Sugar was the key ingredient that really makes it good. Sugar, and like if you're doing carrots, same thing, like adding sugar to them will really bring out the flavor. Just have to make sure you don't add too much sugar, or it basically becomes candy. Coupon buddies. Yeah, Lim does a lot of coupons with Loki to take him out. And so they go out together, and it's really cute. Okay. Oh, this is smelling so good. Okay, so that's going this. Oh, this is boiling. Okay. We don't really need it to boil. I just needed it to quickly be not frozen anymore. Let's see, what's the best? I don't like that. I want to break up this these meats in here. I want to break those up. I want them to be like shredded. So I'm kind of wishing we had like a big serving size fork for this purpose, but you know what? I want to try to show this easier. Turning this burner off because I don't want this meat to get tough. Whoa! Yay! Okay, so for people who have never worked in a kitchen, in commercial kitchen that I used to work in, if someone drops a dish and it breaks, which didn't really apply in this case because this did not break, but everyone applauds. Everyone in the kitchen stops what they're doing, and they all applaud because you broke a dish. Makes you feel a lot better, because usually you're very embarrassed about it. This fell on the floor, so I have to wash it. But this is so delicious. We gotta add paper towels. You know what? That burner is still warm. You can just dry right there while I shred this. I was gonna try to give you guys a little bit of a better view here. Okay. I can move you to here. How do we do this? This is a good question. Maybe. There. Okay. I am learning camera angles. I'm almost tempted, like, to keep these two separate because it smells so different. It's a different texture. If I mix the two together on sandwiches, I don't know if it'll taste right. But if I mix them now and, like, give them enough time in the pot, then, like, the flavors will probably be able to kind of marry together, theoretically. Theoretically. Okay, that's that. Okay. That smells good, but on its own, it's just not exciting enough. I'm so anxious to mix these together because I'm afraid of ruining a good thing. Let's see, where's that one I took a bite out of? Sorry, I'm cooking for my family. I'm kind of used to taking bites of things. Alright. I'm going to combine them. Here goes. Okay. I'm going to try to keep some oil in the pan because I want to fry up these tomatoes as toppers. just wanted it a little higher. Okay, so I want to mix that and kind of just leave that. Sorry for all the clattering. Alright, I'm just going to leave that very low to just kind of chill for a bit. What am I doing with these? A little bit of sugar, pepper. That's all I've done so far. Butter. What are you doing? Does it smell good?
It smells delicious.
Yeah. What, did you not believe me that it was good? Do you want to try some? Yeah, it did cook up fast. I mean, again, the dangers, the benefits of non-stick.
Did I get to try some?
Yeah. There's the meat.
Ah, that smells amazing, guys. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is now my cooking show. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, hold on. It smells great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Are
taking
you good?
this.
Oh. Okay.
Thanks. Do you need the fork?
No, I'm good. We have lots of forks. Mr. Heidi. He actually is planning to change his name to my last name. I kept my name, and he says he's planning on it. Hasn't happened yet, but you know, there's time. Okay. That's okay. Next, ooh, oh, I'd love to toast things in this. But if I do the tomatoes, the acid and the juices will kind of deglaze the pan. No, but if I toast things in it, that brown stuff's gonna turn black. So let's do the tomatoes first. Babe, do you know what happened to our serrated knives? I'm not seeing them in the dishwasher. I'm not seeing them in our knife thing. We used to have like 7 of them, and I'm not seeing them anymore. Okay, I will attempt to slice the tomato with this. The problem is, non-serrated knives need sharpening to actually work on delicate fruits like tomatoes, and we sharpened our knives once. I was like, I walked in there, I was like, this is the first time I've ever sharpened knives before. One of them's in the sink. Okay. All right. Let's slice this tomato. Do I always slice on precarious surfaces? I washed this earlier. Not always, but often. So we are just gonna roll with it. Okay, so the thing about tomatoes, I like to actually taste them because they vary so much in flavor. Same with avocados. Yeah, that's okay. I will just do the best I can. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so you see this? See this right here. These. All right, these are great. I dropped them on the floor. These are seeds that are sprouting. Let me see if I can show you one. And the reason I'm disappointed to see that is in a tomato, once the seeds start sprouting, eating a tomato is actually quite bad for you. Even if you don't eat the sprouting seeds, they put out some sort of toxin. I forget what it is, but I looked it up because I was like, there's no way. And it's a thing, so we should not eat this tomato. Are you going to plant them? You know, normally, so most tomatoes in the supermarket are hybrids. And which means that they do not produce true to seed. So if I were to plant these seeds, then the likelihood is that it would not produce good tomatoes. It might not even produce any tomatoes. So if you buy heirloom tomatoes in the store, those do produce true to seed. So, you know, one tomato will create a ton of seeds, and you can make a ton of plants from them. So that's one of the like fun things about heirloom tomatoes. Now sometimes you'll put tomatoes in your compost pile, and they'll create plants that you can eat from, and that's a lot of fun. But usually hybrid ones are not worth like babying and like trying to make them work. So yeah, but sadly we should not eat this tomato. Chickens are gonna love it though. Okay, so let me check on the peas, and then, I mean, you can do French dip sandwiches without veggies, but I would prefer to have some veggies. Oh, these peas are smelling amazing. Okay, so they are pretty much done, which means it's time to add salt. Take them off the burner so they don't overcook. And let me figure out if we can figure out something, some sort of veggie to add to these French dip sandwiches. Okay, and if I'm not doing, now let me look for a veggie first, because I really want to toast these. A lot of this stream so far is just like, welcome to my brain. Just kind of how I do things. Okay, hang on. Just, we have carrots, we have shredded carrots, we have lettuce. Neither of those sound very exciting. We have sliced jalapenos, we have pickles, we have broccoli, French dip. I mean, maybe the jalapenos. Okay, let me see what we have over here. What sort of canned veggies might we have? I mean, we have red, like, sauce that we need to kind of use up, but that's, I mean, I guess, like, now we're talking about maybe it wouldn't be, like, French dip. It would be more just, like, a random sandwich, which could still be good, theoretically. What do we have? Lemongrass paste. Oh, I wonder if there's any more frozen veggies in the big freezer. Okay, all these burners are off. What might be in the big freezer? Let me think. I don't think we have green beans. We better not have any more mixed veggies. I hate those, but Len keeps buying them. We have the side of peas. Whew, that burner is still very hot. Those are amazing. Me trying not joke on stream. Okay. Yeah, it does. I just need to... Okay. If I just do this, then I still need to toast the buns. I don't know, babe, do you think it's a complete meal? Maybe I should just go with that. I'm so sorry. I started to choke on a pea, and then I coughed, and it went up into my nasal passages, so now it's kind of uncomfortable. Whew. Okay, but we have the peas. We have the meat. We gotta toast the buns, put cheese on them, so that gets all melty. Oh, let me add a bunch of butter to the pan. Fake butter, because I can't have the real butter. This is what I used for the butter before. I am not shy with my butter. Okay. What kind of mutant? Oh. It is not a happy hamburger bun. That's okay. It is edible. This will work. I think these have been in the freezer for a while. That's okay. We are using them up. Okay. Oh, that's not going to toast very well. Okay, you know what? It works. It's fine. Let's... There we go. There we go. This is just random stuff the chickens can have. So one of my favorite things about having chickens is just that I feel less bad about creating food waste, because food waste just turns into eggs. Really? Okay. Let's do this. All of these buns are like this. Look at that. What's wrong with it? Exactly. No food is wasted. So these buns are Udi's gluten-free, dairy-free hamburger buns. They are so good that my husband, Lim, complains anytime that I buy regular hamburger buns for the rest of the family, because gluten-free stuff is like more expensive, but he says these are way more delicious than any brand of gluten-free buns, or non-gluten-free buns, like regular buns that he's tried. So now we just buy these for the family, because the other ones, whenever I try to do them, they just go bad because no one else will eat them because mine are so much better. But I'm microwaving them. This is just, it's so weird that every single one in the package is like this. But I'm microwaving them first because otherwise they are not separating well. I will be back. The good news is I got the bit of pee out from my nose that I almost choked on. So I know everyone is really anxious about that, but this is so weird. Usually these buns are not like this. I don't know if this got smushed at some point, which almost kind of looks like it, but how would like a whole packet of them get smushed this direction? I don't know. But I'm always kind of glad though when you use that stuff that's less than ideal in the freezer, because then that means I have room to move good stuff in. Oh, this is so bad. Like, not bad as in like bad to eat, but just that's going to make an interesting sandwich. But that's okay. My motto keeps being as long as it is edible. I kind of wanted those to have like more, like a better oil distribution, but that's okay. That's really not working. Okay, Lim is so much better than I am at toasting these things. I was hoping to fit more in there. Okay, so more butter. More butter is the solution. First, let's add more butter to this. And then kind of you just want to put it on top here. I hear my baby crying in the other room. I mean, like, I don't think it would be too bad for her to, like, be over here. It's just very distracting for me when she's, like, She's not. I wanted to say when she's like mama. She doesn't actually like say mama yet. She says ba 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 ba, and sometimes she says the mama sound, but she's not saying it like a word yet. I don't know. When in doubt, add more butter. Not in terms of babies, in terms of cooking. Okay, let's kind of do this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll let that go for a little bit, and then I'll flip them again so at least they can be yummy. If they're not going to be very functional as sandwich like buns, then at least they'll be delicious if you add enough butter and toast them enough. Okay, let's see how the flavors ended up melding with this. So it's not super appetizing at the moment, but it smells good. I was most anxious about these thin strips here and how that would go with the broth. It's pretty good. Not bad. I think it's missing something. I'm gonna add. Oh, I didn't add any butter to this one, did I? Butter, the secret ingredient to everything. Okay. Butter, and I do want to add a little more Italian seasoning. Let's turn this back on. This one. Okay. Italian seasoning or bouquet garni. So differences. Bouquet garni has savory in it, a little bit of dill and tarragon, and the other one has marjoram as well. I love bouquet garni in so many things. I like to smell the different things so I can like mentally picture how they might go together. I'm going to go ahead and do this bouquet garni. It does have some rosemary in it, but it's thinner than the other ones. So I think this will work out okay. It just needs something more. I think that's going to be good. Whew. Oh yeah, butter helps everything. Okay, what do we got here? That's much better. Nice and toasty. Melt already. Woohoo! Okay, just the cheese left. What kind of cheese do you want in yours? I've got goat cheese for mine because I can't have like regular cow's milk cheese. So I kind of like am out of the loop in terms of what flavors go with which. The traditional cheese for French dip sandwiches is Swiss cheese, which we do not have. That'd be kind of fun to have Lim try someday. Sometimes, if I can't have a thing, then I'm like trying to convince Lim to have it because I'm just like, I'm like, I can't have it, so you try it for me and you tell me how it is. So, most of the time when people say goat's milk cheese, they're talking about like that really soft, very tangy cheese. This is goat's milk cheddar, so this is not like that at all. So, this one, It's really yummy. I wouldn't say it's exactly like cheddar, but it is very close. It's also pretty expensive because any specialty products are going to be way more expensive. But I'm so excited that I can have this. It acts just like cow's milk cheese. So I don't know, Lim, you've tried it. How would you say it compares to like regular cheese? I love it though. I will eat this every day. Let's turn this down. Okay, let's wash this real quick. That kind of works. Kind of, sort of. Alright, so choices for Lim's cheese. So I'm not going to have him have my expensive cheese. Do cheddar, could do mozzarella. Are those the only options? Oh, there's American cheese, which is a monstrosity. I don't know why it's in this house, but that's Lim's department. Whew. American cheese is not even considered like actual cheese. Like they're not allowed to label it as cheese. They have to label it like cheese food because pepper jack. That's a good suggestion. We've used to have pepper jack in it. Okay, babe, if you answered me about what cheese you want on yours, then I didn't get it. But I just remembered I have to toast mine first anyway, because otherwise the pan gets contaminated. So let me do this. I don't know if they're gonna melt all the way because it's getting late. It's 8 o'clock and I still haven't eaten dinner. So I think instead of prioritizing melting all the way, I'll just take them out, start the next batch going. I might need to nuke them real quick too. I use disposable stuff as much as I can because dishes are a lot, especially when you have kids. Alright, so I'm just gonna do that for now. Start the next one's toasting. Why did I do this instead of butter? Butter is the best. That's what I was doing earlier for the meat. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's so pathetic. It's okay. It's okay. It's edible. You can do this. Okay, so 2 for me, 1 for the, I'm just gonna do all of them. Especially when they're like mutant stuff. I don't like to put mutant stuff like back in the freezer to surprise myself with another day. See, it just, I don't know. Has it just been in the freezer for a long time? So that's the best backing on this. I don't know if I'm gonna, oh, no. I thought I saw it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this in time. It doesn't matter, because breads, as long as they're not moldy, are fine. I was just curious. Okay. It's like doing surgery on a bun. It's fine. Alright, while this melts, I'll see what cheeses we have. Okay. Cream cheese, Parmesan, cheddar, mozzarella. No pepper jack. American cheese.